Ding dong.
Nice.
Good map for both teams. I think this is the day that Astralis could lose a match.
Ooh. Oh! Look how they jump past the window, so Dupree cannot headshot them with ease. It will be with great difficulty, and Zipexo will do the job instead. Magic's Boy with a nice shot into Chris J, 3 versus 2. Oh, it's a trap!
Oh!
It's a fake! They've been sold a dummy, and Sunny's cleaned house!
Oh my god, he killed everyone.
Whoa!
4K.
Mousesports. Rush B, I'll go A. That's matchmaking strats in the pistol round.
This could be the day, man. They even threw the cat smoke, sent one mid. How could you not bite on that?
I like how Siggy was just like, well, Sunny's going to die.
The bomb
And
is the winning play.
And it's going to be about the bomb.
Because that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That was outstanding. We've seen 2 really cool pistol rounds now. I would love to see the chat, man.
Fantastic.
We need a chat toggle. But I bet they're writing, I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
That was so good. People need a moment. All right, man. I need to write this down. That was outstanding. Pistol round. Let's go.
It was a super easy to like do pistol round too. One smoke. I wonder. The only thing I would wonder is what's the top minute guys do if nobody kills him? Where does he go?
Damn. Do you have a replay of that? I don't know. That was lovely. Okay, so one player's disconnected for Astralis.
Is he having a tantrum? What's going on?
And that was
happening?
good. That was good.
I feel like all the energy's just gone now. It's gone. It's gone into a black hole.
I feel like we needed to calm down, to be honest. We needed to chill out. We were taken aback by the proceedings, but now we've had a chance to simmer down, to pipe down.
I wonder why, when food's really hot, sometimes it's described as piping hot.
Because I guess steam is coming out of it. I think it's relative to steam.
I believe it.
So it all comes back to steam. It's all about the steam.
Full pipe ahead.
It's so funny because he loses so much.
Just came in for the good part of the Molotov. Right at the end, if you... Yeah, it's got value out of it.
Oh dear. Oscar, he's looking to be the human can opener. If the B bomb site was a can. Let's see if he can do something. Find out some info. Cool little smoke. The end of the balk, just to keep things very obscure. So if someone was to even jump spot, we'll be able to confirm actually what's going on. So he's really keeping people here for a long time, but it doesn't really feel like his teammates are ready to explode into A. And look how... It's really interesting how Astralis are almost suggesting that there's not even a stack there because they're not even trying to rush him down there in that position. But Device doing some damage, and they must be careful. They're stuck in connector, getting attacked from 2 sides. This has worked out so poorly for Mousesports. Are they going to lose this run? Looks like they may very well lose it. Robs can get the bomb. He's got a 1v4, and they can get all the guns, but he's going to get taken down by Device. And the question is, why, with that kind of a play, why were they focusing so much on mid and not just, you know, just grouping around A?
Why does anyone go mid on anti-ecos?
Yeah, I mean...
I asked Fall on Summon, he said, I don't know, you know, because you can't go the same place every round on anti-eco. You have to change it up. But I just don't think you should ever go all the way down.
I mean,
but either way,
it doesn't make sense with what Oscar did.
Right.
If Oscar's going to be running, like trying to find out information to see if there's a stack.
They could have definitely smoked Cat if they were going to go connector for one thing.
Yeah.
But more than anything else, I also think that the setup though from Astralis is really good. They used 3 people on B, but those 3 people were more than enough. And then the 2 people I had on A had great position, CT and tops and stairs. Super safe.
Mousesports have been shaken to their core. Astralis taking full advantage.
Astralis waiting in pretty aggressive positions. There'll be some sound cues towards T spawn. Dupree is expectant of some presence. Crochet re-aggressive with 12 HP, but nothing doing. Dupree didn't take too much damage. He could re-peek, but such a tight angle, the headshot would be a problem. Rops doesn't know just how much damage he'd done, and he's running distraction, actually, as his teammate comes to the lower area. You see him running, look at me, look at me. But Glaive is smart enough to hold the angle. 30 seconds left, and they really want to do some damage. But it might be easy. Zipex with a forward position now. Got to be careful, though. If he is to Forte's doom from a 1-dig, then rifle would be collected. He'll finish off the job of the CZ-75. So no one down for Astralis, and they've put Mousesports into Eco Town.
It's a pretty horrible town, James. Everyone's poor.
It's an abandoned town.
Shanty
Nothing
town.
there but Twinkies.
Impoverished.
They have what? Twinkies?
Nothing there but Twinkies.
Oh, that wouldn't be so bad.
I have lost much respect for you.
I guess at least there is sustenance of some description, I suppose.
And it's sweet and tastes good.
Stop trying to bait me.
Last year,
What's wrong with
Trying
Twinkies?
to trigger me. We're eating food, it's like cardboard.
Cardboard? I would never eat cardboard, but I would eat Twinkies.
You might as well eat cardboard then.
That's not true at all.
Flavored cardboard.
It's delectable cardboard.
You're a strange individual.
Twinkies are
Stop.
very popular food.
Are they popular?
That's the reason you referenced it.
Do people
Because
actually
everyone
eat
would
those?
know.
Do people who goes into a shop and buys a Twinkie?
Absolutely.
This is what I want for my life. I want these Twinkies.
Yeah. Everybody would sit beside the kid in school who had an extra Twinkie to see if he would give it to him.
Oh, Dupree, absolutely gorgeous spray down from him. Very decisive, very confident, and Sonny has to go absolutely ham to try to get anything done in this round. To get some damage in. Trying to make something work between the smoke. Obviously, very open position, quite afraid that he's going to get peeked upon. Doesn't seem to be the case, though. And, oh, maybe it will be. If I was just watching, okay, there's the flash and the peek. This makes it so safe. 4-1 Astralis. You saw the pistol around and you think, oh, hang on, this might be going a bit badly for them, but immediately they turn it around and they're looking very confident indeed. And Astralis may be the team that looks the best in the world recently, which is kind of insane. Obviously, it's only online form, but still.
I mean, we know that they can play on LAN, so
That's true.
if you see a team like that playing well on LAN, I think it's a really good sign.
Words. And they're definitely quite hungry, considering some of the past, let's say, past 6 months have been very turbulent. I think the team almost broke apart. I mean, with Device being injured and they're trying out in different players, Device comes back, switching up roles. It just seemed very, very bad for the team, but they have rebounded very well from that.
I really want the injuries to stop. Just no more of them, please.
It does ruin.
Shocks, Olaf, Guardian.
Yep.
Device being sick. It's just awful.
Yep.
It's gotta end. Take care of your health, guys.
Props, take care of your face on the A site. Magisboy
See you yelling at his coffin.
it's giving you some problems to deal with. Mousesports don't want to give any kills away for free, which is why this round is slow. They respect their opponent and the power of their opponent, and they want to do as much damage as possible. On this occasion, it will be 0.
I might get that M4 just so there's situations where I can drop it to you if I'm playing with you, James, to annoy you.
You can buy mine. They go for like £30, the one I have.
What, because you don't like the M4s?
Thickest field. No, he means one of the big eyes. The one Glaive is using. I have one of those, but I don't use it. I will sell it. And then open me some boxes.
Still opening pick at a ramp. Device gets a really strong spot here on Cat because he beats the normal Cat rotation. Knows that nobody's cross top boxes. so everybody can be on high alert at the choke points on the sites.
Really cool to see the two-man setup, though. Somehow Oscar, I don't know how he gets that pick. He's pretty good at the game, I guess. So Magis is going to fall back. And Mousesports' response, I like it. They're going to go towards B, it would seem. They still have Rops lurking in Palace too, so he can try to sell something, try to catch something. Also potentially punish any info plays, but Device straight out there in mid. That is an unexpected angle, I think, for Oscar. Don't think you expect it in the 4v5 for Device to be just sort of in and off angle out there in mid.
Yeah, but Device knew no cross-top boxes right away, so he basically set this whole round up for his team, just getting that early info, and then played his position really well too.
38 seconds for these 4 players. Zipex with an off angle. The flashbang will catch him, however. He sees it coming, but he gets hit by the second one. Moving under the window just in time to take Chris J out. And he can keep maneuvering. They line up for him, but a double peek is good for Mousesports. 24 seconds to get the bomb down. There is a player on the short position. That's Glaive. He can tell his teammates where these players are moving to. Steeko's on fire, though, and Sunny's taken much damage. Glaive creeping around the smoke. He's been baited by Steeko. Is it enough?
Hard to say. Magis is creeping in. Vice! Very strong flick, and now it's all down to Magis here on the bomb site to deal with Steeko, or to at least create a tradable situation. Steeko will find a very stunning series of kills. That is amazing, and something that you don't necessarily characterize with Steeko, but he absolutely knocks it out the park.
That was sick.
Outstanding clutch by Steeko. Straight in the face, in the jaw, in the dome, in the temple, wherever you like. Another buy here, though, for Astralis. Second AWP onto Dupree. Device anticipating the Molotov. Will smoke it off immediately and give him some space on the low ground. While Dupree has got the window open. Spots one player, maybe 2 mid. Nothing crazy going on. Tries to get a deeper flash, but it goes off in his face. No more peeking in mid for now.
Chill out a little bit here, Rops make some more noise with the Galil. Glaive in a brilliant position by the smoking connector. Steeko does manage to trade him out though, and there is some potential chances here or there from Mousesports, but they can't seem to quite find them. Oscar needs to go pretty crazy, but Device has a very nice angle, and it does seem like Astralis are just absolutely all over Mousesports at the moment, and we can't forget as well that Mousesports are one of the best Mirage teams.
One of the best teams.
And one of the best teams in general, but
Ranked number 2.
But I feel like Mirage is one of their strongest maps, if not at times their strongest.
Yeah, there was something that Zach said, the coach of Immortals, that Mousesports have the strongest T-side mid takes of any team right now. He's saying that this map should be an instant ban for most teams versus Mousesports. But Astralis are having a fine time.
Yeah, they are playing so well. It reminds me somewhat of the very sort of the older editions of Astralis, you know, going back to when Carrigan was on the team, and I would see them playing Dust 2, and the way that they would play it was quite innovative, and they would be so smart in how they would position and how they would trick their opponents and how they would always be a couple steps ahead. And that's the quality I'm seeing so far on the CT side here. Device is just killing it, so is Magis Boy. And I mean, everyone's killing it on the team, basically, for Astralis. Some of it does go back to that anti-eco. That seemed like something that deserves review for Mousesports.
Yeah.
But at the same time, since then, Astralis have not dropped the ball at all.
And even in that round, you know, they didn't fully commit to stacking B. They were ready for something to happen at the connector as well. So they had a good setup.
Pistols again for Mousesports. Difficult start to Mirage for them. I never think of an actual computer mouse when I think Mousesports. I always think of mice.
Me too. I still do. Like, that's meant to be like a mouse or something, right?
Yeah.
Their logo? Like a real mouse? Or no?
As opposed to, what, a fake mouse?
A mouse for a computer.
Like a knockoff mouse.
No.
Made with cheap materials. Moving into the B-bomb site now. They know where Zepex is. That's a lovely headshot from Sunny. Dupree trying to keep an angle, trying to keep a hold of the numbers who might be towards the bench, perhaps. Can they get out of the door? One certainly can, but not for long. Seeko on the high ground with the 1 AK-47. Robson picks up the M4 towards the bench position. Some timely looks towards short, and this is very awkward for Astralis. This might be safe territory with 2 AWPs, but they seem to be pressing on. And Rups will cut them to pieces, and Astralis get wiped out on the eco round.
That was kind of weird from Glaive. They had the 4v4. They didn't have the site, already disadvantaged, but then he ran in by himself and died. Unless he was just sitting there back pillar and died. I can't remember exactly. But certainly 4v3. I mean, they maybe could have considered saving there, but Mouse didn't even have armor, right? They started with nothing.
Yeah, that's the problem. See if Dupree can remedy said problem. Can he fix it? Does he have
The antidote.
Back to underpass for him as Device takes position. In connector, they see nothing top mid just yet. Mousesports slowing the pace right down, but look how active Astralis are with Dupree and also Zepex. So they really want this B-Apps push. Zepex is in a position where he can try to help out Dupree potentially. So he is falling back now, so Dupree is not going to be able to do too much if he pushes too deep. But this is a good position. Oh, he's got a slightly superior angle, but it's pretty close, and he'll nail it. And there goes the next peak. Chris J gets the trade, but that's some good info for Astralis. Wow.
Glorious adjustment from Dupree. Seems like he just had an idea. Too quiet around the map. It was a really interesting scenario. Nice game sense from the players. Mid is with Mousesports though. And Astralis will not try to contest that. However, they will go for information elsewhere. Seeko, a nice shoulder peek there, but can he win the duel? He's got a double peek now with, oh, Oscar the flash! And Device, he gets slowed down enough by the flashbang to be exposed. There goes the box. Device going for the no-scope, missing the shot. Really tough for Mousesports now. Lovely one from Device. Rox will take him out. Picks up the AWP. We've seen him use this on B before, but he's got to go back for the bomb. No grenades, and it is at the point of no return. He's got to be fast. Lovely shoulder peek from Rops. Really tried to make it work, but it was too much to ask on this occasion. Round number 7 for Astralis, but these have been expensive rounds for Astralis.
That was amazing, though. That was such a good recovery. And they, as soon as mid control was taken, or Christian got that kill underpass, then they decided to double push A ramp. They called that out, which is a pretty simple decision to make. But then they kept their pressure up on Cat. Zepex stayed alive. They even flashed those guys, and I want to know who threw that flash. If it was from someone from the A side, or if it was Device opping. But those two working together to get those kills was sick. Astralis got it all.
But Mousesports being a team of the quality that they are.
Quality.
Excuse me?
No, nothing.
Did I say that?
No.
Pretty sure I said it.
Quality.
You didn't say anything wrong. You were fine.
Yeah, okay.
I just wanted to say that.
I did. Nice.
Is that so bad?
Well, the A set piece is on the way for Mousesports. Astralis have a retake. Oh, that is possible. And the thing about doing these... Oh my god, Glaive gets a frag before. Oh my god, the smokes... Oh no. Oh dear, it's all gone wrong. It's all gone very, very wrong. Sunny able to get a kill into Device, however, but still it's hard to see that Mousesports have a chance here. The bomb is lost on Pits. They gain no ground. And now it's a 2v4 desperation situation for Mousesports.
That was so perfect. They threw the nade over A ramp, naded 2 guys while they were both throwing their smokes. Those 2 guys came up A ramp, immediately got melted with 60 HP, and then that was it.
Yeah, I mean Glaive's timing. He had like this half-second window before the smoke popped to get a kill, and he did it. And then there was no smoke on CT, which I think I've seen more often now. People tend to throw that like much later on. I've seen it a few times done in that way.
you guys notice people are using way more HEs these days?
Yeah, I think there is a lot of value in HEs in certain parts of certain maps, like we see on Inferno, for example. 20 seconds and Glaive will take a forward position, catch these players by surprise. Ooh, it seems he's been spotted, but Rops has to go so deep to kill him. Oscar, is there a chance for him? 12 seconds, I don't think so, because Mousesports is in CT, planting inverse, waiting for the peak. Oh, he misses the shot. Dupree from the back did the best he could, Oscar.
It's scary that like the Rops and Oscar are so good that in a 2v4 where they're trying to force their way into a bomb site where there's 4 Astralis players, that they can make that look winnable. That's how good they are. They're a little bit nuts, isn't it? A little bit nuts. Either way, the money's broken for them, and Astralis will continue their dominance.
The best eco strat.
I sometimes wonder about the decision between the A set pieces, very early round, versus just doing them contact. Because if you do them very early rounds and you're against a very stable team, then you're going to run into a situation where the counter grenades. Oh my!
What's going on? That's the best eco strat.
Yeah, just run out A with nades and do some damage. But my point is that if you're just how is he doing this? Stiko, you got 6 HP and no Kevlar.
Had to do it to him.
Zipex, I mean, he is so spammable right now. If Zipex fired any bullets into these crates, he would just die. I'm surprised he doesn't pepper them, but perhaps he wants to make sure that he doesn't give his position away. And Stiko is just really waiting for a mistake. Zipex will finish it off, but they should never have been able to do so much damage. That's outrageous. My goodness. And Oscar's not having a good day so far, it seems. 2, 4, 11.
I always look to Oscar for the CT side, but that's for the big explosions. We still need to fire the missiles on the T side as well, but Astralis may be outmaneuvering their opponent for many of these rounds. Dupree's been spotted, and he can't do anything about that. Goes for the duel. It is a nice spot on occasion, but often checked for by T's passing the angle, and of course they will bank the flash off the boxes as well in case anybody's in connector or in the middle of mid. Force them to look away. Slowly advancing now are the T's towards the connector position. Will there be a flashbang for Sunny to peek? You will generally line one up from the carts, but seems they'll play the numbers game and go for the raw peek instead. And that might not be the best of ideas, as we can see. I mean, Device is in a good position to avoid a flashbang anyway. Apart from that one, how about that? Really nice stuff from Mousesports, but not enough to save Sunny.
Now it's an Astralis in the 2v4, so I think they're going to try to force their way into the window here. Glaive could have a hell of a time. All the smoke goes away. Stiko's been waiting for it. There it is, the flick from Glaive. Stiko was very weak, didn't land a single bullet. Now Glaive's thunder footing around will certainly make him very vulnerable. Chris will take him down, but Device gets a kill in the meantime. A 1v2 now for him. Ooh, that was... I was worried that maybe there's a timing, but Device has to go close through connector. He's swapped out for the AK. Let's see if he can do this.
Picks up a kit. 1 kill makes a big difference. Doesn't know where they are, and at least he has a flash, so he can definitely bait out a peek. He's not even worried about CT, so he's got the right idea. He can isolate these 1v1s as well. Oh. It's a little bit too strong.
Chris J says no. Chris J says shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up with your bomb defuse.
Shut up.
Shut up your mouth.
You go, Launders. You go. You do your thing, Launders.
Thank you, James.
Mr. Boxer. Astralis, after a number of difficult rounds, have finally been broken. Their wallets have been taken. They've been shooken down in the playground. They were told to jump, and the ching didn't go so well for them. Glaive with the CZ. Only notable thing about the round for the time being. A 2-1-2 set up from the CT side. And the T's go into their usual. Into Old Faithful. Oh dear. Clave gets a kill with the CZ. And there is time on the clock for Astralis, and they have the personnel. No one else towards A for Mousesports. Oscar, though, has got into an interesting position. We see Dupree has been boosted on default, but for the USP, how far will he get with it?
Coming closer and closer, and there it is, the rush down. Get him, lads. Or maybe not. He died.
Marvelous. Stico doesn't run onto the bomb site with his bomb out. He runs with his gun out because that's what you do. You clear the site, and then you plant.
The teammates you wish you had.
Yeah. What a bro, what a guy, what a dude. What a gentleman.
What's the idea? What's the big idea?
The round that got them back into it was mid control, and Astralis immediately answered with the triple up. Oh,
Nice.
just some patience. It looked, I think, for Device, it looked like an off angle because if someone's, well, and it kind of was, you know, Oscar had to flick up, but he had a much more favorable angle, so it didn't really matter. That's an interesting molly.
Sunny with the creep up, Caddy does this very well. It's very difficult to do. So many angles, so many positions, and sometimes you just don't get the good timing that you're after. And that might give the game away. We see Zipex especially now knowing that they're going to go for the push, spots the first player. Stico actually wins the fight. Glaive playing around the smoke though. Drops the flash or thinking about it. Reds will go down, he'll get sprayed through the smoke. Chances here for Astralis may have been dashed. They are locked out the bomb site. Really the battering ram to get back in, but there it is. Dupree is the battering ram. Stico's so low. Oh, Stico's so very low. Magis will continue to creep forwards. Dupree in the back with the AWP. There's the spot onto Robs. Dupree is going to get in there, but he'll get taken out. Very nice team play by Mousesports between Stico and Robs, and that will be the round.
That's well done. Good recovery.
Stico with an awesome half. He won some pretty crazy rounds for them.
Yeah, he did. He did. And just as James said, it was also they kept Astralis low. So even though they just won their first round after so long, Astralis had to save.
Marvelous stuff. 6-9. The scoreline always leads to a very telling pistol round, because it could lead to disaster for Mousesports despite the comeback if they lose this pistol round. Or it could lead to a very close match indeed. Astralis making inroads towards the B bomb site. Stico creating some space. That will allow the CTs to rotate through the door position as well, because it's hard for the Ts to push through that smoke and somewhat suicidal. But look where the bomb's going. Oh, Sunny has played it down to a T. The 180 from Device, there won't be enough. Specs is 1 versus 4. Bad range with the Glock as well. Out in the open, exposed, exploited. And deleted. And there is a pistol round for Mousesports. Very, very key round for them.
Yeah, I mean, things can get really dangerous when Mousesports get off to a good start economically on Mirage. On CT, Oscar gets some confidence. Oscar gets as many AWPs as he wants. You get problems. You get many, many problems. And Astralis going full pistol armor here. Deagles. Facing mid can often be a bit crazy. But Astralis, or rather, sorry, Mousesports are doing it with the team. And doing it properly. Ooh.
Hello. This just got interesting. Bombs on a long rotation though. But see if Device, does he extend and try to pull more numbers? How does the bomb cross to the bomb site? That's another question, and Device will try to help answer that question. Spotting a place towards Connector. I'm not sure if he wanted to fall off, but he's fallen out of the round completely.
Bomb has been planted.
Oh! Well,
The
that's
body.
one way to get started.
Okay.
But he doesn't know the status of CT. But he's managed to get himself towards triple. Did Chris J see him? I really don't know. Might be a question of damage for Magic's boy in terms of expectation. And perhaps he was spotted low. Stico is facing. Oh! Okay, everybody calm down. Look at the damage though. That was ridiculous.
You're doing the impression of that parrot that you heard in that shop.
That was more of an R than an O.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is
Like
it
if
just
you-
screaming?
If you, yeah, it was behind me in a queue in Home Depot, and the parrot went, ah! And I was like, what is going on? Ah!
But it makes you wonder what's going on in that household. For that to be the only thing the parrot's doing.
That's true.
It's,
It's very telling.
maybe it's a sign. It's going to be the eco for Astralis. Giving Mousesports some troubles in that previous round.
I sent you a tweet, James. I don't know if you should play the audio on stream.
I will investigate, but probably not.
Probably.
Investigate by Poirot. I'd like to see you with a massive waxy mustache, James. You can pull it off.
Okay.
Stico playing this spot nicely. It's a hard smoke to deal with. I mean, even if you know what he's going to do with it, just because you got to come through it if you want to be able to flank him. And otherwise, he could just hold you on this angle off the side of the site beside empty pillar. And yeah. Some people would throw a molly down out in front of the window to jump out to try to isolate the fights. But that's another good one.
9-9. AWP for both sides. Oscar, nothing doing for him, looking for a gap through the smoke, can't find one, and he will make his way elsewhere. Oscar, never far away from home if he's close to connector. Teammates there as well. Rob's trying to back off. Does he move into the sandwich position? Seems he'll be there for now. Limited range in his MP9, but he won't be too concerned about that. There's a pop flash. Sonny avoids it, and there's the smoke response, but there is a boost coming in. Chris J, pop flashing from short. Gets a kill, but there are kills in response. Chris J moving forward now for more. There's one more play. He spotted him. Whipping out the deagle. Oscar flying through for 2 versus 1, but Dupree's ready for it. One more play to come. One shot and they will abandon ship. Dupree, the last man standing now for Astralis. Another player in a short position just spots him. So much information. Fast moving around for Dupree. Sees the leg. Looking for the push from Stico. This is ridiculous and really hard for Dupree. Gets his reload in. While Stico's fallen back, and maybe there'll be time for a breath or two.
These players are just so good. They are just so good.
Yeah.
The fact that Dupree makes this a really winnable round is remarkable. He's going to go back to mid. He's got the nades. The peek from Stico could be very problematic. Stico definitely doesn't want to try to just go for a 1v1 here. Dupree makes his way for connector. They can hear everything that he's doing as he makes his way to A. And he's going to get caught by Robs. Unfortunate for Dupree, but he can't consider every eventuality. He did a good job, but...
Yeah, he took a gamble and hoped that the window guy was obviously the A player, and that they somewhat split up, or that he was in CT, something like that. I'm not sure what the plan would have been, but that would have been interesting to see. But that was a good response to the mid control from Mousesports. You know, as soon as the connector flash comes from top mid, they throw another resmoke, or they resmoke connector. They make sure someone's in window to hold for the boost. They're really ready for everything. They got a little bit too aggressive in that 4v1. Like, Oscar just flew up connector when the round wasn't exactly over. But they look forward to an eco here to recover their economy.
Score still close for the time being. Hello, Stico. On fire today. Flying like an eagle. Oh! Ding dong!
Oh my god.
All the bells being rung today.
Oh,
We're in a
my
monastery.
God. This is the first real CZ round that we've seen today.
Ding dong.
Things definitely get real when the CZs are out in force.
Oh boy.
Ooh. And here Stico goes around the corner. Very critical for him to survive, but he can't. And there's an open passage towards that B-bomb side. The lighthouse is shining. And the safe passage was out. But not for Rob. Well, for Robs there might be safe passage, but not for his teammates. Wow. It's really difficult to really see where this game is going to end up from a who wins it perspective, but I don't really care. So it's just cool to see round by round. You know, like what's it?
You said that like I just don't like Counter-Strike at all.
I'm just here for Bejeweled between matches.
But yeah, it's cool. It's just cool. Like like each round, it's just very interesting in its own way between these two teams because the skill is so high. Oh, come on, Rups. Oh dear. The ops back in the hands of Astralis. I'll go back to a device. So 10 to 10. It always makes me think of poker now, James, because sometimes you know, pair of tens.
Pair of tens, yes. I love me a pair of tens.
But I always forget like what each pocket pair is called because you know like jacks are hooks and all that kind of stuff. I always forget.
Fish hooks.
Fish hooks.
Meat hooks.
Hooks.
Hooks full of fish.
But
I almost qualified for the World Series of Poker Europe, the first one in London with a pair of tens. But I was called by a mug.
A mug.
I was a big stack. The second big stack shoved on me because I was bullying the table. Like to pre-bully Stico through the smoke.
He's going all in there onto the A site.
It's the B side.
B site. They're basically the same thing, James. You can plant a bomb on both of those, it doesn't really matter. Anyway, device to
Sunny has retaken control of the B bomb site and the rotation is coming in towards the A site, which is not the B bomb site. Ooh, device. He was raising his crosshair, but not fast enough, not sharp enough for Oscar. Slowly they continue. Still a minute on the clock here for Astralis, but they are unable to split the site now. 3 players moving in from the ramp. Does Robs detect a jump towards Tetris, perhaps? Oh, he spotted a player there. Stereo frags for Mousesports, leaving Glaive alone, 1 versus 4. He's got the bomb, but not much hope of planting it at the moment. He needs to be the one-man can opener. Where does he protect these players? Oscar says no. 11 to 10. Mousesports take the lead and put Astralis in a weird money situation.
Get back.
You think they might want to buy here, just because they had so much success with the CZs. They only have 2 people who have the Force. They can get armor sets on those 2 guys.
If you mean a full buy, I think it would be a risk that is not worth taking.
I would consider it, because they might get reset otherwise. I mean, they could save 1, but they still won't have full buy on those 2 on the reset.
They'd have, what, 1900s?
Okay, but that's just 2,000 face-it points.
Does that mean his butt is okay, or does that mean
That's good. That's good to hear.
butts are okay in general?
Good to hear.
Or is it like a okay, but, and he's just made a typo?
Or like, that's an okay, but
It's good. All these things are great.
I'm fine with every option.
Ooh, Zipex has gone hero AK? Zipex is a hero AK. He's the AK of the moment. Dropped the AK by device, I believe. Unless he just spent that on his own stuff. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, there is an AK in tow.
This is kind of interesting.
This is I guess this is one where they have to get the bomb down at the very least.
I don't really get this. I mean, I don't understand why they saved 3,000, but we'll find out, I guess.
I think.
Oh, it's good nade, good nade. Will collide with the players as they start to make their way through the apps into the sites. And the trades will start to come in. There's smokes everywhere. Great set piece there, just blocking off the pillars completely, or the pillar towards shorts. And that's going to be the 4v3 after plant. And with 2 orbs, how on earth do you want to even try to attempt this from Mousesports? You'd rather perhaps save the value, unless they can get something quick, but it seems unlikely, and Launders this work. It works.
Yeah, it worked. I still don't understand why they... I would have liked to see them lose, not because I want to see Astralis lose, just because I want to see what they would have done. Because I'm sure they planned for the thought that they might lose. So I want to know what the $3,000, like how that would have panned out with their...
Yeah, the assumption is they don't win this round.
Because they could have had... They went, I think, 3 CZs? And they could have gone 2 CZs.
Yeah.
Which is a big difference.
By the way, it's also very cool to see that Magis has been indeed doing very, very well in this iteration of Astralis, which is really cool because I feel like he, like many other young upcoming talents, you can get very unfortunate in which teams and systems you're placed within, and it can just ruin your stock or your value.
Definitely.
And Magis is ending up as a very, very good pickup.
It's cool that we saw Stico blind standing in a Molotov as well. I feel like there are a few scenarios where that can be a strat. Like on Overpass, I made a video about it, look it up. But it's cool. I don't think you see that often enough in Counter-Strike at the moment. Mousesports on another bye despite the issues with the last round. And Astralis tied the score once more. It seems they're going for a much faster execute, and Mousesports will be completely out of position. Seiko on his own, doesn't know where it's safe to hide, and that's the B bomb site.
Beep, beep, beep. The bomb is down, and it's going to be a very good situation for Astralis post-plant. 5 players alive, the lurk is coming in by Glaive. He's arriving towards Catwalk now, and he doesn't spot anything, so it looks like he's going to go back apps. Or is he going to go to... Oh, wow. Okay, so he's anticipating the save already. He's actually darting backwards and forwards. Dupree, meanwhile, is annihilating everyone, so Glaive may not be needed to be activated, but another very strong B round from Astralis. They went straight for the B round as well. They didn't. There's no default, nothing like that.
I was going to say, I felt like there must have been something more to that round because Stico got caught completely off guard, even though it was very early in the round. It was a straight up full B hit. Was there any presence at mid? Was there any tell that Astralis gave them, like a slight tell that might have made them think it wasn't going to be B right away? I don't know. But I was surprised to see Stico just basically trying to get in a good spot, not even ready with a nade out, not expecting anyone to jump out that quickly.
Yeah, very unfortunate and very troublesome for Mousesports. Still hold on to the 2 orbs, of course, but if they aren't able to make success of this, things will get pretty awkward. See, trying to displace the smoke there with the Molotov. Oh, Chris! Wow, you love to see it. You don't see it as often, but when he does pick up the orb, he does serve as a reminder of what he can do with it.
Early issues for Astralis. How do they adjust to this?
Oh boy. This is the right side to go to. Stico CZ by himself.
Is he alone though? Doesn't seem like he is. Chris J has his laser on not 1 but 2 positions. Ooh, timing might be quite something.
Not like this.
Guess he thought it was a flashbang. There's his teammate whose eyes have been closed. Chris J senses one on the floor, but he takes the one out on the balcony. Trying to buy time for his team. Trying to stay alive, keep the information. Rops will unfortunately take Chris J out as he walks into the same angle. And now where is Device? Device may have a few seconds to catch somebody off guard, but they're not showing. Does he continue his push here? Simply scoped in. Can he be seen by Oscar, who's on the balcony as he moves in? Oh. There it is.
The quick scope was actually pretty good too. 12-12, really hard to separate these 2 teams from one another, and both sides have been really hammering on one another's money, so we've seen a lot of awkward situations and hard decisions from both teams. Astralis can buy, and they should buy. Zipex can drop for Dupree, so we can have a full grenade set and buy for himself. The question is what they opt to do.
Yes, I really want to know if they set up for another B hit, or if they even spend the round, early round, trying to bait nades to go into a B hit.
We could see some just straight up mid dynamics from Astralis, just a mid take. The double orb though is sometimes difficult against set pieces, and especially the B bomb site. It's really hard to, like, retaking the A site with orbs, not too much of an issue. Retaking the B bomb site with orbs, very awkward. So perhaps that might be one of the reasons why they've been want to go to B in some of these end round situations. I just being the guy harassing the B apartments. He's a nuisance. So Zipex, the trade comes in though, and they're just trying to run in the A sites. Interesting, this will cause a bit of a rotation, but Mousesports are holding steady.
4v3. 2 T's in mid, the bomb lurking on ramp. Rops is holding CT spawn for the time being. And with Oscar in jungle, There's nowhere for this bomb to be planted. No smoke for the T's. They've got to find a frag. They've got 1 minute to do it. Forcing Oscar away, and maybe that's an opportunity to plant the bomb. Indeed it is. Smart stuff from Astralis. Wallbang attempt from Rops. Really nice play to get the bomb down. Now, how do they play the post plant? Seems that Mousesports may be trying to flank while this action's going on, but Stico on that short position when he jump off the balcony and give a frag away. Mousesports starts to charge in. Device notes how he's not holding the angle on the right of triple. Moving around the smoke now, but he gets traded, and then here comes Dupree. Now it's Mousesports, the last man standing. 2 AWPs, surely angles are being held.
Damn.
Wow, Oscar's, that was a sick round from Oscar. Oh my god.
What a monster, dude. That was a really cool round. That was really cool because Stico was actually playing in market with an UMP. So even though they were kind of faking B on him, because that was the easy bait to get Mousesports to bite on, because it'd gone B so easily so many rounds in a row, they used it to split A, but Mousesports didn't rotate at all. So they stood there, they held their choke points, and the 2 fast lurks came out. So I really like that round from Astralis to kick it off. But I also like that from Mousesports because they were smart enough to be patient.
Do they have any idea about Glaive? He could be a horribly nasty surprise.
Oh, no, they do.
Just keeping that one way up for Oscar. Oh, the
What?
running deep from Device long range. This is scary. Sonny, do you really want to push this smoke? He finds the timing, but it's not a good one. It's going to be down to Stico and Chris J. Chris has a good position to lock them down. They have no grenades to deny him vision, but they do have numbers. Chris can't put a foot wrong. He needs Stico to get in there and help him out. Desperately. Chris is so susceptible to the trade frags. Nice flick. Where's the trade fragger? It's a bit too slow. Chris with a preemptive shot through the boxes doesn't find the mark. And has to back away. Save for Mousesports. What an explosive round from Astralis.
Back and forth we go. Maybe Stico can save the sniper rifle for his teammate. Doesn't know what's safe though. This is really a war of attrition between these two teams. 13 apiece, going down to the wire between Mousesports and Astralis. Astralis fighting to keep their clean sheet.
As long as Mousesports can buy on this round, they're doing pretty good because in this half, I think Astralis have only won those 2 eco rounds, or those 2 force-ups. Well, okay, they won 2 rounds of B and then that one. Can we see how many rounds they won in this half? Because Mousesports won that pistol. Okay, they got 4. They got the 3 rounds of B, that eco at A. Half the rounds have been ecos. So I think Mousesports feel somewhat confident, but there's a lot of money going the way of Astralis. They have so many bomb plants in this half. Uh-oh, Magisk has brought out the SIG.
The Krieg is out. 100% armor penetration. You might as well be naked.
He is really good with this.
Meanwhile, Stico's on the CZ. Limitations to the Mousesports econ. And if somebody gets fully reset here, that might be the GG. CZ kicked off with Zipex. Got the COD scope. There's no fish to be found. Stico moving into the CT position. Everybody else in middle connector.
Bomb has been planted.
This is rough. This is really rough. Stico has a nice position, but Debris, will he look for it? No, Stico's clean, but Magisk, he gets the headshot. And it's gonna, they're gonna be rallied. Routed, sorry, they're gonna be routed. All the way back to defensive positions. Save the guns. It's gonna be tough to see Mousesports bring themselves back if they lose any of these guns, but they do look quite safe for the time being. Mousesports have been able to save a lot of AWPs. I feel like they've been in double AWPs for almost all of their CT side.
Yeah, they have, because they've been saving on all those rounds that Astralis hit B, because they couldn't retake.
Yeah.
So it was a really good half in terms of calling from Astralis in that regard. They were picking on B a lot. They were trying to use it as a fake. And that round they go A because Mousesports don't have all that much money, so they could go straight up. It's also a nice change up.
what to do.
It's the same deal as last round. They save the 2 ops. They have an M4. Astralis could do the exact same thing, and they'd have like probably the same success.
Getting tighter and tighter between these two teams, and tighter for Mousesports as well, having to save to avoid monetary disaster and try and buy around what they had in the previous. They've got a reasonable buy. Stico again with a CZ. Disc Boy continues with the creek.
They left the bomb, like just fully.
And considering there are 4 people towards the A site, that is very curious indeed. And they've got to get going, Astralis. Glaive can't be the rotation man because he's the only person there for the split. So when will they realize Magic Boy could go and retrieve it? Still, they continue into the site. Everybody assuming somebody else has the bomb. Maybe they went by elimination. There goes Magis to collect it. Stico still in the B bomb site for the time being. ChrisJ doing what he can. They've got to fight for the site, Mousesports.
Robs will do just that, getting himself through the smoke with a good timing. And then back once again. Ooh, the head is showing. That is lights out for a Zipex. Minute left though. Magisk full health. Device with the AWP. Mousesports playing it very passive, so the bomb can be planted. Whether they know that or not is a different story, but they will be safe to go for the plant, and Magisk will go for the open plant. That is brave, and I love it. That is the round win play, like not doing a bad plant.
That's true.
So quite cool. And also I like it from the perspective that they may be presuming that Mousesports are giving them the respect.
Oh, he's going for the run.
Wow.
So Magic's Boy has to do a lot, looking for a stairs peak. ChrisJ's on the low ground already. And Device goes back to the ramp. There's a trade. He's got to go forwards now. Best form of defense. Sees a grenade flying his way. He's only got 4 HP. Trying to create some space, but now the close ground, the pre-fire. Surely this can't be done by Device. Mousesports tied the score again.
I could just have imagined him taking like a no-scope shot at Stico and then actually hitting whoever it was defusing. Because there was somewhat of a lineup there, possible. Anyway, 14-14, and this is a pretty insane game.
If I was Astralis, I would do that same full B, full fast B that they did on that rounds. The 2 smokes on Cat.
We know Glaive has the balls to call it, and that Danish teams do love the B splits, the B plays. Ooh, Glaive is going to see the fast round. Glaive will go down, being the first man across Catwalk, and Chris misses a very critical shot there in middle by the chair position. Oscar misses a shot as well. This is not something that they can have happen. It's a 3v4 still, and Stico needs to make sure that B is safe. He's going to be chilling there while Sunny goes to work with the rifle eventually traded. Crazy stuff here, 2v2.
Rops with the superior angle on this occasion. Getting out of there immediately, rotating far, far away. Magic Boy left in isolation, wondering if somebody's there, wondering if he'll get double peeked. Gotta retrieve the bomb as well. He's got no smoke grenades, which will make things really difficult. Every step is a gamble for Magisk. Look at the off angle being held by Stico. Surely he can't deal with that. Match point for Mousesports. Well, are they on the cusp of handing Astralis their first loss in ECS Season 5?
It was a little bit messy. The amount of openings they left at connector when they wanted to go up Cat. Say, we're trying to cross up, but then you can't really throw like a good connector smoke that easily. And they just left it open to fight. And it was the craziest part was that Mousesports missed 2 pretty easy op shots, and they still, because they had Sunny and connector came out ahead.
Very fast play from Astralis towards the B position. A quick, oh boy, there they go. Crescendo from Mousesports. Glaive and Zipex remain attempting a super fast B split, but it'll be a super fast victory. Mousesports put the 1 on the 0 for Astralis.
Yeah, very nice game from Mousesports, and it really does go to show, you know, why they are considered